Hi guys, today I want to ask you one question. Have you ever crashed? So I've actually crashed twice. Not this bike, the NC. The NC I just dropped it once. But the CBF I've actually crashed it twice. Not into other cars or something like that, but I went down, and in both situations they were very similar. The first one, I just had the bike like a week or something like that, and I was in the bike at night. It was raining. I had my very bad TVS tires on the bike yet. The bike didn't even have that 100 kilometers. So I was in the bike, and it was night, raining, and I was actually following my father. He was in the car, and we were passing in an area which is it's not poorly illuminated, but the illumination isn't the best. So I was behind my father's car. It was in a city. We weren't going fast, we were going like 30 kilometers per hour because I had no experience, and it was raining, it was night, it was dark, so yeah, we were going very slow. And we approached the crosswalk, and after the crosswalk there was a pedestrian that wanted to cross the road, but not on the crosswalk. He jumped from the middle of the cars that were parked, and waited at the parking lot of the cars. He didn't jump in the road, but it was near the road. So I saw that person coming for the road. It looked like she was going. It was a woman. It looked like she was going to cross the road between me and my father's car. So I got scared, slammed on the front brakes, hit the white stripe of the crosswalk, and down I went. Immediately locked the front wheel. Actually, I left a mark in the white stripe of the crosswalk. It stayed there like 1 year or two, then they painted the crosswalk. It was a relatively big skid mark from the front tire. So as I locked the front, I immediately went down to the right side, skidded like 5 meters or something in the ground, but fortunately I didn't got hurt. The bike was a bit scratched, but nothing too much. I had some very sore right hip, because I hit my hip on the ground, and I was wearing just jeans, so no protection at all. I hit my shoulder also, but the protection of the jacket was enough not to left me bruised, and I slightly hit my head with the right side, but just very slightly. It didn't even mark the helmet very much, just a small scratch on the visor, but nothing very aggressive. The downside was that I got completely soaked. Fortunately the bike didn't suffer much, just a couple of scratches, but yeah, not very good, because it wasn't very pleasant, because the bike was new, the bike was brand new, it didn't even have 100 kilometers, but yeah, it happens. And the second time I fell on the CBF was in a similar condition. It wasn't raining and it was in the morning, but the ground was completely wet. It had been raining during the nights, and the ground was completely wet. And near my house there is a roundabout which exits into a slightly downhill street, which has a crosswalk. But the crosswalk has those stripes of paint perpendicular to the road. I don't know how they are called. So the grip in there was very reduced because it was paint and it was wet, and I had the wet tires from TVS, so it was a mixture of factors that didn't lead to a good outcome. So I was exiting the roundabout, and there was a car like 5 meters in front of me that was in front of me, and he approached the crosswalk and stopped for a pedestrian to cross. When he stopped, I tried to brake. I braked as hard as I could with the front tire without locking up. I used the rear tire, but the rear tire locked up, the rear wheel, on the white stripes. And after that I thought, okay, I won't be able to stop. I will hit that car if I keep going straight. So I will just go to the other lane and pass the car on the other lane. And I tried that. I started going for the other lane, but there was a car coming on the other lane already stopped at the crosswalk also. So I decided, okay, I'm not going to be able to stop it. I'm just going to lay it down. So I locked the rear wheel, and this guy is an idiot. He accelerated as I passed him, dickhead. So as I was saying, I locked the rear wheel, and lay down the bike. Oh, he's on the cell phone, what a surprise. So as I was saying, I locked the rear wheel and very gently laid down the bike on the left side. Fortunately for me, there was no fairing damage, because the stands of the bike, both the side stand and the central stand, supported the bike on the stands and on the handlebars, so I actually didn't damage the fairings whatsoever. It was just the handlebar which was slightly scratched, and the side stand and central stand. But that time I went down so slowly and so gently that I didn't even get bruised. In my helmet was the place where I hit the ground, which I hit the ground the hardest, but I had the protection from the jacket, so it was fine. My pants, I was wearing just normal jeans, so no protection at all, but they withstand the sliding. I didn't slide very much, I slided like 2 or 3 meters, if so. They were okay, they didn't rip or something like that. I was slightly stuck behind the bike, beneath the bike, under the bike. My left foot was a bit stuck between the ground and the side of the bike, the seat. But since the bike was laying on the handlebars and on the side stands, I was able to take my foot out relatively easily. I just had to push it a little bit push the bike a little bit with my other foot, so it was fine. When I picked up the bike, I got a little bit scared because the shifter had the shifter it's like this, and it when sliding on the ground it made this, but the entire mechanism went backwards like this, and I thought I had broken it, so I was thinking, good, now I will have to push my bike home and pick up the car and go to the university. But fortunately I pushed the gear mechanism and the shifter, and it went to the normal position. I assume that's some kind of safety feature, not to break the shifter or something like that. I don't know. I know that it really scared me, but it worked out fine. I just pushed it to the place, saw if there was any more damage, if the bike started, went back to the bike, and off I went to college. So that's it. That's the 2 times I've fallen so far. And just share in the comments if you have ever fallen or something like that, or if you almost fell once and you got scared but it eventually ended up in a fall. Just share your experience in the comments. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time.